What is up, everybody? This is Marshall Lee of DonkeyJawProjects.com, and this is Marsh Makes Comics. And today we're going to talk about Detektyw, a Polish, kind of crime story magazine. I'm not sure if these are real stories or if they're partially real or if they're written, but yeah, they have really amazing illustrations. So this is not exactly comics, but it's very, I don't know, for me it's very inspiring as a comic book artist. It's very graphic. I don't know how to exactly explain it, but it reminds me of comic book art. I love the kind of color palette of just red, kind of tones of red, white, and black. If you are into alternate comics at all, there's why can't I think of their names right now? So anyways, it's a cool way to do things. So now this is all in Polish, so I don't know. I'm trying to learn Polish, but I can't read Polish. And I noticed that in these books, sometimes they use a different artist, but they still kind of go with the same style. And this one, I'm having a little bit hard time telling if it's the normal artist. I feel like it's a mix between him and others. Like, this looks like his stuff. And look, I just love this, this kind of obvious symbolism, or maybe it's like a editorial type of style. And it's just really cool. I love it. And like, even though I don't know how to read the stories, I can kind of imagine what the stories might be from these. That's like an ape face. It's interesting. So yeah, I don't know. I just really, really enjoy. I'm not going to go through every single page of every single one, but and they have actual comics in here too, like comic strips from somebody else, so that's kind of interesting as well. But yeah, I don't know if, obviously, like there's a lot of a large amount of Polish people in America. So there's a lot of little communities and stuff. That's cool. See, like the labyrinth around the face. That's really cool. Wow, I like that. It's like some of these images are just so striking. I'm just like, wow. And so, there's a lot of Polish communities around in America, and I know that the people who watch my videos many of them aren't from America, but many of them are. But if you happen to know of a store, like where I live, there's a certain town in Connecticut. I live in Connecticut. I've said that a million times, but there's a certain town in Connecticut. It's actually called Little Poland. Well, there's a part of it that's called Little Poland in New Britain. And, they got a lot of places you can get like Polish food and stuff like that. I just found out what the symbol is, actually. That's interesting that they're using that there. It's illegal. It's used in legal documents, I guess, but it's kind of a cool symbol. I mean, look at this stuff. This is so cool. So, if you know of any Polish store, they probably have this. And this is done on newsprint as well, which, of course, I love. I love newsprint. I'd love to make comics just like this, where it's even a newsprint cover. I don't see anything wrong with that. And see if it's like super cheap, especially, like, that would be cool. I mean, I think the print quality is good. It looks good, you know. Yeah, I just love this so much. Like, how much does what the person say weigh? That's so, like, it's so cool, like, to think of, you know, things in a, like, it inspires me, like, it inspires storytelling. There's just a lot of storytelling in these, you know. Some of them are more obvious. Like, you can tell this is a different artist, but it's kind of cool too that, like, you can have the same style by different artists, and it still can have the same effect. Oop, there's boobies. That's kind of cool. Usually in the little comics underneath, I don't see color. That's interesting that they introduce color into those for that. But I love these too. There's that symbol again too. It just means section or something. Like, there's different sections in like a contract document, but there might be other meanings too. I don't know, but that's crazy. That's apropos, I guess, of the day we're living in. So yeah, some of these have a totally different artist for the whole comic, and so I'll probably skip over those. I think this is one of them. It's still cool. It's just there's one artist, and I don't know what their name is, but you can tell these magazines are slightly racy too, just very small amount, but I just really enjoy the main artist. And I think I'm coming across a lot of them that are like this different artist. This is kind of, I think, the same. Straining out coins. Interesting. Another labyrinth. Labyrinth is used. I mean, it just goes to show you go through these and you're like, oh, I could use the motif of a labyrinth or a maze somehow in my comics, to visually tell a story, there's so much storytelling in this. It's pretty amazing. And again, seeing as how I don't understand Polish, I can't read Polish. I mean, I know a little bit, but I can still get an idea of what the story is. It shows how powerful, images can be, and how important storytelling is, even if you're not using words. So, yeah, a lot of these are a different artist. That's cool. There's that symbol again. I mean, you would expect. I wonder what this symbol means for them, like in the context of these stories. I'm just curious about it because I was doing some stuff with. I was actually, I don't know. I was trying to do some logo stuff the other day or yesterday, and that symbol came about as a possible thing I could use. So, and this is interesting too. Like, there's different techniques for like putting words on a page without actually putting words on a page, as an artist. And I've never seen it done quite this way. It kind of looks like it's just black lines, and then the person like erased bits of it, so it looks like little words. So that's interesting. So there it is again. It's like one of those things. Once you see it or find out about it, you see it everywhere. And apparently in this, look at this, like words, like arrows that you have to shield against. I love that. And then like the gun pointing at you I mean, that's amazing, right? That's actually a pretty amazing, like with the heart in the middle, like that tells a story. Like, tell me that doesn't tell a story. Like, wow, it's so cool. See, like this, I don't know who that artist is, but that's obviously a different kind of artist. This guy is an angel, but he's got a target on his back. Like, yeah, so cool. I love this. Oh, I have doubles. This one I think is the other artist as well. I mean, the other artist is good too. It's just a different style. Like, that's kind of cool. I mean, I think there's multiple different artists sometimes, but that's actually kind of cool, like a little abstract. So, oh, this is a good one. I mean, just look at that cover. Like, come on. That cover is kind of amazing. I've shown this one on live streams before. Like, I want that as like an album cover or something. Like, that is so dope. That's so cool. See, this type of stuff, like whoever this artist is, I just really like his stuff, his or her stuff. That's so cool. Butthead. Where's Beavis? Let's see. That's interesting. Some of the stuff is less obvious, and you can, I'm sure with the actual stories, you're gonna get the context for that. This is interesting. Like, even though it's a stark, like red, black, there's that shading section, and the shading you can see, especially in this face, it's like painted. I think it's like watercolored. You can see the textures and the brush strokes and the water and whatever, like whatever it is that it's like interesting. Like, that's the only kind of textured rendered effect. Everything else is just flat. I don't know. I like that. That's pretty neat. A Freightliner and a knife. Interesting. There's that symbol again. That's a cool cover too. It's, I guess, like when there's a special, sometimes there's like a special, like it says, I'm sure that means special. There it is again. Like, it's like a more colorful cover sometimes. It's for whatever event, who knows what. Wow, look at that. That's cool. This one, the boob bomb. Oh, goodness. I mean, could be like symbolizing like people criticizing on the internet or something. Like, that's such a great illustration. I love it. Very simple, Yeah, I don't know. It's really cool. There's that symbol again. Now I gotta find out more about that symbol. So there we go. Oh, look at this. What a cool cover. This is kind of almost looks slightly like Frazetta-esque inspired. I don't remember even seeing this cover. I like the cool, like the tattoos on the arm too. That's neat. Sometimes I get these and I just kind of put them to the side and I don't get a chance to look through them, and I feel like this has got to be one of the ones that I didn't get a chance to. Oh, this is cool. Look at that. That's a cool illustration. It kind of reminds me of like Garbage Pail Kids or something, which is also pretty, there's a bit of storytelling in those cards. Interesting. Yeah, this is, whoever this artist is the one I really like. Is that the symbol for Bitcoin? I don't know. This is like, it might even be a different artist because some of this stuff is almost more cartoony in some ways than the one I'm used to. Who knows? Maybe they're using a lot of different artists. Oh, this is a cool style too. Like it's a little more sketchy style. Sometimes they throw in a little more gradients here, like this too. I mean, it's such a cool deviation of like the red, black, and white. It's using some gray tones, and it definitely has an interesting effect too, like a different effect. Sweeping dead bodies under the rug. Unraveling the criminal. So much drama and stuff too. I mean, I don't like pointing a finger is like shooting a gun. That's cool. I don't like, I'm not like a huge like crime person, but so many TV shows. Look at this pinata thing. Again, this is another one I don't remember. That's cool. There's so many like, TV shows and movies and stuff that are based around detective work. It's almost impossible to avoid. It's seeped into kind of every genre. And wow, look at that. It's interesting. Flowers, death flowers. Like anytime you see a skull, like it obviously represents death or something. There's that symbol again. Wow, that's kind of powerful. It's emotional. There it is again. I keep saying it, but it's oh wow, that's weird. That's not something that's probably so great. This is, look at like the victim. Really, really cool stuff as far as illustration goes. But yeah, I don't know, like, oh, there we go. And then, oh, that's cool. Look at this. Like if you don't look at all the little small things, you could easily like overlook it, but then you look at them and it's like, oh, that's clever. Like, that's cool. Demani. TV heads. That's a cool way to depict the noise on the screen. They could definitely get ideas here for stuff. I almost feel like this is like the child playing their parents as puppets. Maybe that's what they're saying there, which does happen in some families. Or even just in some instances in families. Oh, there's an actual photo here. I don't remember seeing photos ever in this, but you could do whatever you want, right? It's your magazine. Oh, that's interesting. A priest, and there's all these like devils coming out. Interesting. Another one with the devil on the back. Oh, this is I think I had this one already, yeah. Put that one with that one. another special one. I think this one's a different artist, though. Oh, again, with the labyrinth. It's kind of an easy go-to after seeing so many of them, you know. It's pretty cool. And there it is again. So yeah, I mean, detective stories are just like really, they're just so ripe there's so much ripeness for different kind of stories. It's insane. I'm surprised. It's like love songs. Like, I'm surprised they haven't stopped finding out new ways to do it, but they just keep coming out with some new way to do it, you know? To the point where I don't even recognize that it's like a murder mystery story sometimes, because I'm just so used to it. It's like macaroni and cheese, peanut butter and jelly. It's just always around everywhere. That's interesting. Your mind is in the wine, you know, or the drink. There's that again. There must be more meaning to that than I realize. There we go again. It's everywhere in this. So yeah, I just thought that you guys would dig this stuff. I think it's, you know, it's very much it's very much in line with what we do with comics, and I think it's pretty cool. So hopefully that was inspiring and interesting to you. If you liked it, please like, comment, and subscribe. Let me know what you think about these, and yeah, we'll be talking in the next video. Later.